Greetings, friends. This is Jeffrey Meyer, and I am your host for Spirit and Life Radio. Welcome to the program today. It is Memorial Day today, and I'm going to kick off the program here with a rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner from Sandy Patty.
Broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof
Bless God, what a beautiful rendition that is. It being Memorial Day today, I've been thinking about what that means. Memorial Day is traditionally the first long weekend of summer, so maybe for you, it's just another excuse to break out the grill and the water toys for the children. If you have to work that day, maybe it's an inconvenience that the post office and banks will be closed. Some people will simply sleep in that day and not care why. But the American dream lives on. The real reason for Memorial Day is that we remember. In this case, we remember the men and women who died in military service to our country. Formerly known as Decoration Day, it began following the Civil War and was expanded to honor fallen soldiers of all wars during World War I. So Memorial Day is strictly American and has nothing to do with the Bible, right? Hold on to that thought. I try not to be one of those Christians that equate the U.S. flag with the cross and the Bible. But while I'm not advocating either thing, you could be a Christian that hates America or a good Christian that's also an atheist. Keeping a memorial, however, remembering those that came before you and made your way of life possible, my friends, is very biblical. When the Hebrews crossed the Jordan River, each patriarchal leader was to take a stone from the river. They piled them up into 12 piles as they came out on the Canaan side, and were given instructions concerning the piles. When future generations asked what the stones meant, they were to recount what God had done for them by bringing them out of Egypt and giving them this new land. The stones were a memorial, and the story would be repeated from generation to generation. When Jesus broke the bread and offered the cup to his disciples at the Last Supper, what did he say? "This do in remembrance of me." Our communion tables often have those words inscribed into the wood. Taking communion is a way to remember, with visual aids and action, what Jesus did on the cross. Why do we break the bread for communion or lower the flag to half-staff on Memorial Day? Because we so easily forget. The Hebrews quickly forgot much of what God had to say about being his people and keeping his laws, and soon, just like the previous inhabitants of Canaan, I fear many of us pass the communion instruments around, remembering to do the service, but not knowing what it means. What else could it be if we eat the wafer, but don't share the gospel? We as a people forget quickly, and that's why we have memorials and days to honor them. Remembering those who died so that we could live. You can't get much more scriptural than that. And yet, American war involvement has brought many godly-inspired hymns for our country in honor of the fallen in combat. Hymns such as America the Beautiful, written by Catherine Lee Bates, who said, "We must match the greatness of our country with the goodness of personal godly living. If only we could couple the daring of the Pilgrims with the moral teachings of Moses, we would have something in this country that no one could ever take from us." Or Samuel Francis Smith, a theological student at age 24, who in 1843 moved deeply by the desire to create a national hymn that would allow the American people to offer praise to God for our wonderful land from a piece of scrap paper, penned in less than 30 minutes one of the most beloved patriotic hymns, "My Country, 'Tis of Thee." But if you were to look more deeply into the lives of those who wrote them, you would find they were Christians who loved the Lord and their country deeply as one given to us by God to enjoy the freedoms we have today via the one who sacrificed and paid the ultimate price for it. In similar fashion, the price was paid by Jesus Christ's ultimate sacrifice on the cross for our most sacred possession, our salvation. Likewise, for this we can be grateful and continue to know there is a price to be paid for our freedoms, and oh, how we must honor them who indeed have paid it, as we continue to pray, God bless America and the families who've lost loved ones with the ultimate sacrifice, the giving of their lives for the sake of others who gladly remain and enjoy it. God bless the living, and we'll see you tomorrow in the continuation of the Holy Spirit School of Ministry, Series 6. Here once again is Sandy Patty with God Bless America. Enjoy.
While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us pledge pledge allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair, as we lift our voices in this solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. America, America, God shed His grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to